Hello, it's me, Le Beast. I am here with world-renowned physicist Brian Cox. He works at a particle accelerator in CERN, Switzerland, eh?
Yep.
Is that true?
The biggest.
The biggest, eh? You're moving particles around, eh?
Actually, you shouldn't sell yourself short. It's mainly France, actually. Most of it is in France, and a tiny bit of it's in Switzerland. So
I need to talk to you about this France.
we can move it if you want.
I'd like that. I'd like to move them right into space.
Although it may be easier to move the French-Swiss border. I think that would probably be cheaper than moving the accelerator, but we can try.
Listen,
There's a gate in France that the president of France insisted be put into the wall, so he wouldn't have to go into Switzerland to get into CERN. So you can actually enter from France.
Are you going to let me get a word in edgewise?
Carry
Or are you going to just keep talking and talking and talking, eh? Typical roast beef, eh? Typical roast beef. Know everything. You know everything, Mr. Fancy Physicist, eh? You know everything, eh? Let me ask you about the wine,
I'm telling you how to move the accelerator into France. I'm doing you a favour.
This guy's still talking.
Man,
Jesus.
shut up.
I need to ask you about the wine,
Go
eh?
on.
I have a label, Le Beast.
Yeah.
Do you know that the French government will not let me have a website? Did you know this?
I sympathise with them, actually.
It doesn't seem like you're
You
sympathizing
personally
with me. I'm trying to
No, I'm
earn a
sympathising
living.
with them.
I'm not like a scientist like you. I need to go out and earn a living. Do you understand that the French government will not let me, a gentleman farmer with just a few vineyards, I want to just make a beautiful vintage and they won't let me. Doesn't this seem silly?
It's astonishing.
Astonishing, right?
And this explains why I can't find much about French wine on
Exactly.
the web. Actually. I didn't know this. but
That's
it's
exactly
true.
right. Because do you know what? They will not let me have a website. Stupid, eh?
Unbelievable.
This guy's a nuclear physicist, and he thinks that it's stupid. What more do we need?
Do you know what? It's more difficult to understand than spontaneous symmetry breaking in the electron weak sector, I would say.
I don't even know what that means. Will you help me throw over the government? I need to overthrow the government. Will you help?
In order to get a website.
Yes.
Well, you know, I can't comment on that, of course, because I work at an international organisation called CERN, and it would be improper of me to.
Why can't
suggest
I
that
have a
sovereign government
website in France?
should be
I don't
overthrown.
understand.
Do you know, actually, French wine got me into the most trouble that I've ever been in the British press.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How is that?
Because
Tell
I
me.
gave an interview for the Times newspaper.
Yes.
And they asked me what I did at
Yes.
CERN and spending all this taxpayers' money on working out how the universe works.
Yes.
And I said, in the evening, I go to a little village called Saint-Genis in France, and I drink a very fine Chateauneuf du Pape. It's called Pure Telegraph. It's a 1999.
Oh, I know that vintage. It's garbage. It's garbage. It's vinegar. It's vinegar. What do you know about wine?
There was an avalanche.
1990. That's
I
what
think
you
it's
tell
a
me.
99.
Everybody
I think
knows
it's a
that
99.
vintage was terrible.
I
Oh,
think
it's
it's a
terrible.
99. Is it terrible? It might be a 2000. Anyway, I got an avalanche of letters from British taxpayers saying, what are you doing spending our money going drinking fine wine in a little village in France when you should be working very hard at CERN? And I got so many letters that I had to say, well, I don't do it all the time. I had to issue an apology. So Pure Telegraph got me in the shit.
Listen,
So
I stopped listening to you about 15 minutes ago, eh?
Yeah.
All I want is to overthrow the French government. Will you please help? Yes or no? Simple. Just say yes.
I said I can't comment on that, being a member of an organisation that is funded by sovereign government's contributions.
Le roast beef. Le peace. Pussy.